information is there,
Yeah.
so would that be a
I will just
straightforward thing?
simply remove everything that has a catch to it or an earmark. I don't really know what word I need to use there. Or a restriction, I should say. If it's a restricted revenue or a restricted expense, you aren't going to see it because you don't have a choice on that. So that will reduce the number of lines significantly.
That'll help.
So out of that 60-hour week you already work, how much are you going to set aside to respond to the questions that are going to come from the board?
Well, the questions will be.
I'm sorry, I should correct that. 80 hours a week that you already
Yeah,
work.
the questions will require some time, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
It'll be a piece of cake for me to run the report and send it out. That won't take any time at all, but the questions will be more difficult because I'm going to have to educate everyone who asks a question.
Speaking for myself, I have absolutely no desire, and probably would resist anyone else's desire, to micromanage this process. I have enough familiarity and experience with trying to understand educational finance that I know I don't know anything much. All right, but
It's on the record.
okay, I'll stand in a public meeting. No, how do I do this? Well, I challenge anyone else to claim differently, other than someone who's doing it for a living and someone who's trained in it. But my my concern, I think, and Richard, please correct me if I'm mistaken, I share a concern that the budget be spent in addressing our priorities to whatever degree is possible. And I also have a personal desire to lobby for myself and for my family and for my grandchildren with legislators about the degree to which we have no control over what we do. Yes, we're spending $40 million a year, sizable amount, but we have a number of students who have a whole variety and range of needs, and are, is it a sufficient amount to meet those needs? But I can't argue effectively with legislators. I can't write a letter that's possibly going to get their attention unless, number one, they're open to the idea, but that I know what I'm talking about. And so I feel a need, parallel to what Mr. Olson is expressing, I think, in trying to understand this to the best of my ability and to have accurate data about how the taxpayers' money is being spent and whether or not that is meeting our needs, or is it meeting some other political agenda somewhere else. And I don't claim that I'm going to master all of this, but the more information I have, the more accurate information I have, without burdening you or Mr. Sesker or the rest of the staff, the better I can do my job as a school board member. So I like what Jason has been proposing to make that available, and I agree with the idea of going through Todd so that we can do this in a manageable way without an undue burden on our staff. So I think I'm agreeing with everybody. So I'll be quiet now.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, we'll throw something out there and we'll figure it out.
Other items that you wanted to mention with regard to budget discussions?
No, this is good feedback. I just wanted to get some feedback of how you'd like to see that, because I do think it's important that the board has an understanding of the budget, especially new board members, well, and maybe some old board members too. So this would be a good start. And feel free to ask me questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. And I'll tell you if you're over the micromanagement part. I'll let you know.
Please.
And I would just recommend for anybody who hasn't looked in detail at our audits, they're actually a treasure trove of information. So a good place to start for sure in understanding, trying to understand our school district finances. All right. We are on to other items of information. We have no student representative with us tonight, so next we'll get to the, where am I? School board members, any items of information from school board members?
I just wanted to let you know that our student rep was not able to make it tonight. Her mother got in a car accident, so we're hoping that everything is okay for Sophia, so
Our thoughts
she
will be
was
with
not
her.
able to make it.
Absolutely. Any items of information from the school board at this time?
Did you send out the date for that legislative, did you send something out, Kathy?
Yeah, you did, it was, yeah, the, 21st, 22nd, give me a second, you sent it out 1/9, and it said tentatively set for the 21st, 22nd.
Yep, that's what I have too.
So that's a
Oh, March.
Thursday, Friday, March.
Yep, that's
Could
spring.
you send that out
And
again with,
that's-
if there's a set agenda on that
Yes,
from MSBA?
yep, it's,
Is that the day in the Capitol?
Yes.
Day in
Yep.
the Capitol.
yep,
Yeah,
yep, we'll figure it out, we'll put that in.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can arrange for some transportation too, if anybody wants
That's
to. go
during
along.
spring break too.
Yeah, I know some parents showed some interest in going.
oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other items of information from the board?
Is there any more information on that Faribault Education Foundation?
Not yet, Mr. Berge and I are working on that.
Oh,
Which Mr. Berge?
Dick, Senior Berge,
All
yes.
right.
Is that, maybe that's not a very good thing to
Dr.
say.
Berge.
Dr. Berge, there you go.
Any other items of information from the board? If not, Todd, do you have any items of information for us this evening?
Yeah, Sunday night, last night, I attended the Strive Banquet, which is a program that Rotary puts on. It's a program where students go learn about life skills, academics. One of the things that they learn about is how to improve their GPA. We talked about that at our board retreat as well. And they actually showed the statistics that those students that went through the Strive program increased their GPA. Over 50% of the students increased their GPA from first semester junior year to their first semester senior year. So there was some data in there, and we did find some of that, which was great. All in all, the Rotarians donated, they were able to give out $22,000 worth of scholarships to various students in the Strive program, and it was a very well attended and very good meeting. Also, I've been attending the C meetings to get some legislative reports. So far, there are a lot of committees that are meeting and not anything real solid in the legislature yet. There's a lot of proposals, but nothing has been really decided at this time. Board retreat I thought went well. I think we heard about that. The visioning and the strategic planning I thought went very well with the board. Thank you very much for your feedback. I've been meeting with KDHL and Faribault Daily News and also with FCTV and talking about the school district and all the good things that are happening with that school district, and plan to continue to do that. Emery mentioned the community bowling program tonight. That was well attended, and I thought that's a great program that is starting to form, and we're getting some really good input and feedback from staff and parents about that. And then I also wanted to let you know that on February 20th, last Wednesday, Larry Gavin gave a poetry reading. And Larry, as one of our staff members, has done a great job with that. He's actually written a book that he has personally autographed for me. And I just want to give him kudos for that presentation. So thank you, Larry. And that's all I have.
All right. With that, then, we have just a few dates to remember. On March 11th, 2013, at 7:30, will be the finance meeting in the district office. On March 11th, at 5:30 p.m., there will be a work session of the school board, again at the district office. On March 12th, at 4:30 p.m., there will be the policy meeting at the district office. On March 25th, at 4:45 p.m., will be the curriculum committee meeting at the district office. And finally, on March 25th at 6:30 p.m., we will have our regular board meeting right back here at City Hall in the council chambers. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
so
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.